The Cosmos SDK gives you the tooling to build an L1 from scratch, right? So you can have a validator set, you can have your own like staking token, and you can have an entire community kind of govern this chain. You don't have to launch a contract on some other chain and have to only like take gas in the specific gas token or whatever. You can like build anything you want. It's just like max optionality. Stargaze is an NFT-focused app chain. Initially, we were building something that was a bit more like Farcaster, so more of a social platform. And while we were working on that, we realized that there was no NFTs in the Interchain ecosystem outside of Terra. So we actually decided to focus on NFTs and do launch an NFT marketplace first, because we needed that primitive to build what we wanted to build. And we did this Genesis launch that included like 10 or 11 projects, and Bad Kids was one of those projects. And that's how things took off. So Stargaze's vision from the beginning was to build more like consumer-facing, retail-facing products. So I've always kind of been a fan of Apple. Before I got into kind of crypto stuff, I was working on iOS apps. And I just really wanted to bring just really nice UX to crypto. So that's why if you go to the website, it's very responsive, it's really fast. It doesn't even really feel like a crypto product at sometimes. And we're just doubling down on that and just trying to build awesome consumer experiences. As an app chain, you have kind of ownership and control over the entire stack. So if you want to change anything in consensus, you can do it. And if you want to create the best possible UX, just kind of like an Apple product, you have to like own the whole stack, as opposed to like Ethereum and Bitcoin that like conflates consensus and execution into one thing. Cosmos SDK execution is broken into Tendermint, or just Comet BFT now. And then you have the execution part of it, which is different modules. And you can kind of mix and match. You have staking, module for minting tokens, and so forth. And you can build your own. And there's certain properties that it has that lets you build interesting stuff. For example, like Stargaze has an auction feature. Normally, if you build auctions in any other platform, you need some third party to settle the auction, right? But Cosmos SDK has a feature called NBlocker that like it runs code in the background autonomously. So it lets you like settle auctions on chain. So like when you do an NFT auction on Stargaze, it's 100% settle on chain. And like that's not possible with any other stack. Frequently people talk about how much they love using Stargaze, which is really rare for a crypto product. There was like a tweet where like father like sold his bad kit to like pay for his like daughter's like medical bills, which I thought was pretty cool. But then in terms of like metrics, Stargaze is now like top 10, 12 NFT chain by volume. And I think that's pretty cool, because there's been like many months in a row where it's like doing more volume than like Flow and Avalanche and Ronin and like Immutable, which are these chains that have like hundreds of millions in funding. Stargaze is at the same point where like Amazon was when it was just selling books, right? And now is at this point where it has to expand and do other stuff. Right now Stargaze is permissioned, so Astra will be permissionless, so any Cosmos and dev can come and build on it. So they can build new protocols, and they can have this yield that flows into the protocol, and then they can use that as like rewards and incentives for the users and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. And the apps are going to be really fast, and people are going to build some fun stuff. And I'm looking forward to seeing what people build on it.